and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to provide you 5 quick GoPro tips that will help you with your GoPro movie making and a giveaway announcement. The 5 tips are rather basic, but I've seen so many people miss them. Do not forget to watch the entire video, or please be patient. There are really cool tips out there that I think you will make great use of. So let's talk about the giveaway quickly. We partnered with VideoProc to actually organize this giveaway. So there are 5 big products and you pick 2 and you only raffle for the 2 that you pick for. I think you put in your name and your email address, then you are good to go. So you will get a chance to win. I believe there's a Bose QC35 second generations, which I actually own as well, apart from the first generation. And I think there will be a DJI Spark and a GoPro to be given away. So pick your 2 favorites and then just sign up for the raffle. I'm hoping that you are going to win this one. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start with our tips. You may have noticed the change in the camera because now I'm actually using the GoPro to record this part of the video. I think it makes sense since I'm actually providing tips and tricks for GoPro, so why not film it on GoPro? The light setup did not change, but as you can see, the image is a little bit darker. That's because of the GoPro. Nighttime GoPro is not the best thing, so I would easily suggest you to use your phone, or especially if you are gonna use the GoPro in the night. Here is an important tip. Do not use the stabilization, because the stabilization on GoPro Hero 7, especially 6 is also doing that, but the hyper smooth on GoPro Hero 7 is simply killing your nighttime footage. So be smarter than that, and if you are going to use your GoPro in the night, even though you know that the low light performance is not good, at least do not forget to turn off the stabilization. You can add some stabilization in post, or you can use actually a gimbal to film so that you get a usable footage. It's that bad. So stabilization off when you're shooting in very low light conditions. That was your tip number 5. The tip number 4 is actually something that I'm currently doing. Go ahead, purchase that audio adapter if you are serious about your GoPro, and add a small microphone there. I'm using a very minimalistic setup. I'm using a Saramonic mic. I can put a photo of my setup somewhere along the way. I'm also gonna put the links down below for the Amazon, so you can just go ahead and buy the audio adapter and this super minimalistic microphone, so that you actually get some decent audio out of your GoPros. Because unless you are in a very favorable environment, the audio you're gonna get from your GoPro will not be as good as the one you're gonna get with an adapter. Of course, once you plug in the audio adapter, your GoPro's waterproofness is compromised, but again, I would feel more confident during not even rain, I believe, but you know, if you're using your camera in a wet environment, I would prefer a little compromised GoPro over any other camera, because at least the rest of the body is sealed. That was your tip number 4. Use the audio adapter and an external mic to get an amazing audio from your GoPro. Here is tip number 3. I would like to ask you to use the Protune settings in GoPro. These are really easy to access, and I was also personally afraid of using the manual settings on my cameras, but it doesn't make sense to be afraid. Just go ahead, especially GoPro's Protune is a lot easier than a manual setting, because when it comes to ISO, you hit minimum and maximum settings, and my suggestion would be keeping the maximum at 800, because other than that or beyond that point, the image actually gets a lot grainier, and that is kind of against my liking. Another thing about the Protune is that if you are into color grading, I personally am not, but you can also use a flatter profile, because GoPro has actually some processing going on in it. It adds some sharpening, it actually boosts the contrast, but if you don't want any of these, you can go ahead and just use the Protune flat color settings, so that you get more freedom, more room for maneuver in the post. Another tip I am going to offer you is actually again something that I'm currently doing. Here you go. Yes, use your phone as an external monitor. At least, you know, people attach GoPros to themselves, like they use the chest mount, they use the head mount, or their baseball caps, wherever. But what do they forget is that they don't check what the camera is seeing. They feel like they're angling it properly, and GoPro offers a massive wide angle view, so it's not a big problem. But if you know what you're aiming, it's honestly a lot better than not knowing it. So I can't recall tip number 2 is using your phone, at least initially, as a monitor. If you don't want to deal with this GoPro distortion, for example, when I open my arms, you're gonna believe that I'm like a 6 foot or 7 foot guy, 7.5 foot guy, because of this distortion, especially on the edges. GoPro stretches the image. If you don't want that, go ahead and use the linear profile. I am actually on linear profile and I can still feel this barrel distortion. So if you don't want that, there are actually some add-ons, both for Adobe Premiere and then for Final Cut Pro 10. Go ahead, download those add-ons, and it actually helps a lot. It improves the barrel distortion. But to start with, use the linear setting, because I mean, judging from the image I have here, the linear is also offering a lot of field of view, so you will not regret it. But here is a bonus tip for you. Maybe not use your GoPro as a main camera, because it's definitely not suitable for it. It is more of an action camera. This GoPro doesn't want to sit in a studio. It wants to go out. It wants to run, jump, ski, all that jazz, okay? So grab your GoPro, enjoy these tips, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss future videos. And obviously, there is a giveaway. Click on the link in the description below, follow the instructions, join, maybe you can get the gift of your choosing. All right, guys, once again, thanks for watching this video, thanks for sticking with us, and I would like to thank VideoProc for sponsoring this video, and without them I wouldn't be able to offer you a chance to win one of those items. So I'm really glad that we are collaborating, and I'm hoping to provide similar experiences for you guys in the future. All right, once again, arrivederci.